Hello, good evening. My name is Elias Munsha, Munshya, Munsha, and I am coming to you live from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. In Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where I live and work, I'm coming you live from Munsha Law, which is our law firm here in Canada. And we do civil litigation, immigration and refugee law, and several other areas of law. Okay. However, I also, in my pastime, I have a hobby. This is a hobby of talking about things that are happening in our country to make our country better. And so today, our topic that we are dealing with is the aircraft, the presidential luxury jet aircraft. It has raised a lot of issues, a lot of dust. I want to add my voice to this issue. The reason why I want to add my voice is I always try to add my voice to things that are happening in Zambia. So even this issue, I want to add my voice on the presidential luxury jet, Gulfstream jet, that President Lungu has purchased for the presidency. Okay, he has purchased for himself a presidential luxury jet. Now, let us start from the beginning. It's very important. The Zambia Airforce is one of the security wings under our constitution that is tasked with the task of ensuring that our country is defended. They have been authorized to protect our airspace. The Zambia Air Force, it's a very important military wing. It's a constitutional military wing, and they have been doing this job ever since the colonialists left. In addition to that, the Zambia Air Force also protects our president, the president of our republic, and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. It's a role that these military officers take very seriously, and they have been loyal and they've taken these things seriously from independence. That is the reason why there's been a very good relationship between the civil authorities in Zambia and the military officers. Under military law or under our constitution, there is something that is known as civilian supervision of the military, meaning we are a democratic state. We are not a military state. And so it is the civilian administration that supervises the military. In our country, the military does not just do things that they want to do. There is civilian supervision of our soldiers, of our military, because they've got guns and because they've got the capacity to cause a lot of, to use force. As a result of that, their power, military power, and their conduct is subject to civilian administration. So the civilian who has been given the authority in our constitution to supervise the military is a civilian known as a president. So so when you become president, when the people elect you to be president, you then become commander-in-chief of the armed forces, a civilian who becomes commander-in-chief. In other words, under our system of governance, a civilian is the commander-in-chief of soldiers. That's very important. So it is not soldiers who give us a commander-in-chief. We, as the people of Zambia, we are the ones who give soldiers their commander-in-chief. If soldiers give us a commander-in-chief, it's a coup d'etat, meaning that they've now used the military and bullets to force a person on the people of Zambia. Rather, the opposite is what happens. The people of Zambia elect a civilian person who then becomes commander-in-chief of the armed forces. That is a very important role, and the Zambia Air Force has done this job excellently. We need to commend them. They've worked extremely hard for our country. That's why our airspace is safe. Why do you think our airspace is safe? It's because of the hard work of the military, men and women in uniform that watch over the Zambian airspace. Beginning from Umbala in their bases to Livingstone and Mumbwa and all those areas, we are very well covered by the men and women in uniform. And so, you military soldiers and the Air Force, please know that you are going to receive our support as citizens. We love you and we are praying for you, Kwebati. You continue being strong and working extremely hard for the integrity of our country. That's why you have jets, you have trained officers, pilots that are able to maneuver in the air to ensure that if a threat is identified and it comes near our airspace, you are able to kill those threats and bomb them, you know? Very important. You are able to provide cover to the soldiers, territorial soldiers, soldiers on the ground. You are covering them from the air to ensure that if our military were to go to war, the Zambia Air Force is going to be ready to protect our country. We need to commend the Zambia Air Force. And any civilian in our country who wants to become a commander-in-chief of the armed forces, there is no shortcut. It is the people that are supposed to elect you. And the military has no opinion about whom the people want to choose or may choose. The military lacks that capacity to have an opinion. Individual soldiers can go and vote, but the military as an institution cannot tell us, no, that's a coup d'etat. They do not have that constitutional mandate, but their role is very important. So we commend you, Imumwema Soldier. We commend you, and Zambia loves you, and keep on doing what you've been doing. And we are going to support you. We are going to do everything that we can to ensure that our soldiers that keep our country great, that keep our country safe, they feel the love. I'm a soldier. And the Zambia Air Force, Bazaf, very important. However, Ubwafya Tukwete has nothing to do with Zambia Air Force. Ubwafya Tukwete, currently in Zambia, it has nothing to do with the Zambia Air Force or the fitness of our military. Absolutely nothing. They are good people. They are hard workers. They have tried to use whatever machinery they have to the best of their ability. They're sacrificing daily, staying up awake. Imwena mulala, I'm a soldier, they are awake trying to protect our country. I commend them. However, the fiscal situation that we are facing in Zambia, it was not created by soldiers. It was not created by the Zambia Air Force. It was not the Zambia Air Force that went on a shopping spree, misusing our resources. No. If anything, the Zambia Air Force does not even have enough resources. They need to have a lot more resources so that they can protect this country. Okay? But we commend them. But the problem is that we have a commander-in-chief, a politician, a civilian, who is selfish. That is the problem. It is not the soldiers who are selfish. The commander-in-chief, he is selfish. He is selfish in the sense that it's all about him and his luxury. That's all. And so even when we do not have enough jets to fight wars, Zambia went and borrowed $200 million in order to have an aircraft that is as luxurious as you can have it for the president. So we are not saying that it is the soldiers that made this choice and that made this mistake. No, it was President Lungu. He is the one who was responsible for allowing his government to procure this expensive, luxurious jet so that Valungu vale umfuama none. $200 million. Now, You could say, $200 million lying elsewhere, it's okay. You know, you have all the money, so you can splash it wherever you want. But we don't. Our country is broke. There are no medicines in the hospitals. There are no loans to provide to school university students so that they go to school. We don't have even money to increase our salaries yama soldier a little bit. We don't. Our kwacha is going down. It's now 20 kwacha to 21 kwacha. Some estimates are estimating that it will go as down as 23 or 25 kwacha by September or August. We are not producing as much as we are supposed to do. We are heavily indebted. In the 2000s, we were a highly indebted poor country, and the money we were owing. Now we are owing almost 3 times what we were owing in the year 2000. We are highly indebted. When you are highly indebted as a country, you need to make good decisions about what you are buying and for what. The person who should be at the forefront of making those good decisions is this political president. When anyone comes to you and tells you that buy this luxurious jet in order for us to protect you, kukana at yom kwai, this is not about protecting me, because the Zambia Air Force has always been protecting the commander-in-chief from independence. Even makeshift helicopters, bale musunga kaunda. Na chiluba ba musunga, na mwanawasa ba musunga. Nga chinshi cha shupa poko bat nomba, you go and borrow millions of dollars in order to buy a presidential, not just a presidential jet, a presidential luxurious jet. This is what it is. Okay? A presidential luxurious jet. And in order to cover it up, mwalanda tiyo, this is a presidential luxurious jet. Elo mwapela ba Zambia Airforce, pako wat nomba mukafise. Because now mwishibati tatualandepo if it's under the Zambia Airforce, tatualandepo. Nomba tulelandapo because it is lack of fiscal discipline for this government to spend $200 million on a luxurious jet so that it flies President Lungu around the country in luxury. Tremendous luxury. We don't have that money. So baliya Kongo la Kaloba. Ba Kongo la Kaloba, elo ba ishtide ndeke, a luxurious a presidential level luxurious jet. Private jet. Gulfstream, $200 million. So this has nothing to do with the military. And the military better stay out of it. Teimwe yo, mulifye bwino. Mwema soja, mulifye bwino. Ba Zambia Airforce, mulifye bwino. Ubwafye tukwete ni Lungu. Bantu we muntu we uleteka bwino. Echo ndandirane, echo nsosera. Okweba ati ba Lungu tabaleteka bwino yo. Bantu ngoleteka bwino. Basa kweba ati yo, na tukongole 200 million. Ati tubike more sophisticated military equipment mundeke yobe. To make sure at ama none. Chilowe. Chikuwamine. Kutuwalanda tala, mweba ome awe. In this humble situation, if you balansunga fiwino, I cannot allow my country to go $200 million in debt in order for you to give me this luxurious jet. Na tumfua bamwa barera ndoko bati yo kateka lafua ikwa indeke imo isu masane ikankala. Of course, if you can afford it, galakutela kuliaka saka kandala mapu mwala fokotola to buy a 200 million jet, yes. But when you are and your people are suffering, tamudi imiti mufipatala. Ngakutu waya muko kongola shani pako shitirende kole enda bwino. Imiti tamudi mufipatala. Idio tulelande, chita tulelando kwa wati yo Edgar Lungu Tatulelando kwe bati Edgar Lungu tafuire ukukwata tatulelando kwe bati Edgar Lungu yo mkwai tafuire ukukwata the luxury icho tulelanda chako bati chidempiense chaku yakuli kateka for luxury chifuresha ya kufipetala chifuresha ya mukulipirira kwa bana beskulu chifuresha ya mukutu wafuirisha koko bati tulipire nkongole isho twakongola. That is the argument. Kateka alife safe bwino ali kwata kale helicopter ali kwata na nendeke na shimbi nomba nishite itale bomfisha shiliendeke ati yo pantungaya ku New York aye mikuinga ku New York every year temukumo tetachiteko chata iyo inendeke one trip yamtwala from Lusaka yamtwala ku New York abwela kano mwamushtila a luxurious jet. Ero nomba mwalanda ati yo it's for security reasons. Which security reasons? The reason why he needs a private luxurious jet is so that ngali mumulu aleya kuisa in a foreign country elo kwaba commotion in that foreign country he should be able to turn back no kubwera. Which foreign country? If akateka west nikuisayo ko kuinoko ukwaba hostile people kumalawi kuli Longwe atingani nendeke elo ale landing in Longwe elo abena Malawi they want to kill him. He should be able to turn back okuwerera ku Lusaka. We are doing things that are imaginary. Efyo tulandira tikubuta nibushika to fyama dongo. You see? Because even assessment yama threats who are the threats to us as Malawans na babururu shesu ba Kongole. And that should guarantee us we are into further debt. $200 million Kaloba. Mwashita chi luxury jet. Pakobati ngali mumulu. Ero afwa yoku kutateninga easily. Does that even make sense? Commercial jets are used by several presidents all around the world. They use commercial jets. Nagaunda wine. Indeke arebo mfya. Tadi ni commercial jet. DC-10. Yeah, Zambia Airways. That's another story altogether, though. But the principle is the president of a poor country like Zambia. Tafuiro kulaenda kwana kalimo is president of a rich country. Iyo. Abantu bobenga barechura. Tari kuchura nabo. Kuchofa nabo. Kwenda nabo. Nomba iwo lefuwa ya the amanone. Luxury yakoba tulenda fyukonso fyukolea ifintu tafire ama problems yali kutali kuti wateka shani we uleteke chalo chama problems ichalo chakoba tulefuwa you are solving problems number you are avoiding those problems ta ulefuwa yokumfwa the real situation ulefuwa yama none Fionse ba fichita pad wino mundeke. Okay? That's one issue. The second issue is what really goes on. And shiran that it's the Zambia Airforce abarufianya. Ncho ndera nchako bati nika teka wino yo. Bantu. Even the Zambia Airforce planes. Ain mwari mona. It takes who? It takes cadres. Ubeba ba Zambia Air Force to ferry cadres in their planes ni nani? Munje bako mweba nande. Who abuses the Zambia Air Force? It's the president. Konsoko balea bagateka. There are several other Zambia Air Force planes that ferry cadres from Lusaka to where the president is. Is that for national security reasons? Those Nashala Neka presidents that use those aircrafts, are they part of the national security regime? Why should the Zambia Air Force be saluting those cadres into their planes? And where is the problem there? Tabareteka bwino. Balungu tabareteka bwino echa. Ififyo bareteka, tefyo bateke chalo yo. No. And then now you are saying that this is a matter of national security. A luxury jet is not a matter of national security unless you are telling me it's a matter of national security. It's not. It's not a matter of national security. So number uyumbi opposition leader alandira okwebati because inkongole twakwata as a country it's a lot. Elwalandat ne bwamanone shirefwaya yo. Eicho indeke yamanone efwaderanda nishire mulandira koyo efyo mberengere okwebata alandire okwebati indeke yamanone iyo twashita na Kaloba nkaibweke shamo efwalandire teine alandire ati indeke ya Kaloba iya manone akaibweke shamo pakweba ati inkongole shachalo shie kuisa shibeko manageable because at the moment it's not manageable. We are in serious trouble such that if we continue on this trajectory, ama-Chinese bakesa mukupoka everything if you talk about Zambia bakesa poka neine ndeke kuti vapoka ikuti yani nendeke ifyo fine yayanga nikuisoko kuine abankongole eba kajanda vapoka ati nkongole shachilamu nomba ni national security nshia kwebati mwachita expose assets, national assets of the republic to vashailok elo mwaisa mkutuwebati yo mkwai ukwenda na manone is a matter of national security. Which national security is that? It's a matter of selfishness. Hukaite mwe na buchilowe pakafye chilowe no tanto abama shailok saba ni eba kaya na mukupoke indeke abati indeke yini futu abakongweshe bafiruo kulipira eba kasenda necho chiri umamulenda national security tapakabe icho kanshi mwema soja ala mwandini tatua mibwelamo mulebo mbafye bwino no kukonkanya poko bomba mukonkanyepo ubwafya tukwete niba PF ebale mixta abuse eba shire misunga wino yo ebale mixta abuse ebale mipatikisho kobati you are fairing cadres instead of taking care of our national security. You are fairing cadres from Lusaka. The other month here, President Lungu has a private slush fund. It's known as Presidential Empowerment Fund. It is his money. Teshabuteko yo. Elo, that fund, yalikuwatana administrator, a private guy, private administrator of the Presidential Empowerment Fund. Tempia shabuteko, nimpia shaba Lungu, abe nefe palu wabo fiba Lungu. Atikwali bafya aba bapera kolupia ati we Lungu walepa bwino baba pere mpia. Presidential Empowerment Fund. A few weeks ago, is it a few months ago, last year, the private administrator of President Lungu's private funds, the Presidential Empowerment Fund, commandeered a Zambia Airforce from Lusaka to Mongu, carrying cash that he was going to distribute to the people in Mongu. A private individual. Elo nomba mwisa mutuweve finshi about respecting our national security. Is that done in the interest of our national security? Commandeering Zambia Airforce planes by private individuals to take money to go and distribute in Mongo. Is that a matter of national security? That is an abuse of our military. That is an abuse of our Zambia Air Force. That is an abuse of the mega resources that this country has. And it perpetuates, it shows itself through reckless borrowing in order to give more luxury to a president who is already living in luxury. If imyoto kavenda mo ni filia. One. Uko bekala ni state house surrounded nganiku state lodge kulia surrounded by soldiers odifye bwino if yakulya babashitira fye by the state, ne if yakufuala fine, it's the state that pays. Okutuko wapirukira balesa byuta, everything. That is luxury. Number tiyo indeke shishonse shita shadi bwino number kuya shita a very expensive Gulf Stream private jet. At yo it's for security. Kwa mwaba posita at yo mkwa ipan tukaliaka tekebale bomfia kale, it required 3 times refueling. Mwalifwa nishmwaile ku Brazil mwalifwa nendeke ile mwalifwa. At they refueled 3 times. What is wrong with refueling 3 times? What is wrong with refueling? What is wrong with using a commercial aircraft, business class? Ukoya ku New York uko muya once a year. What is wrong with that? No, it's not luxurious enough. Imwe mulefu afya manone. That's the only thing. Muitontonkan shishafye pafienu ifyo mulefu aya. Tamulira abana banene kano abana benu efyo musaka mana kofye ama none yenu aivole to seminary yo it's okay kutiba kongola whatever they want in order to make our president luxurious. But not only that, it's not just about the president's luxury, it's also patriotic front cadres. Indeke, instead of Indege Shirechta, take care of our people, Indege Shirechta ferry, cadres that have no business, to Kampenga, that have no business at all in the matter of national security, nothing. Kanshkwenda no mulongo waba Kampenga, all on Zambia Airforce planes, cadres, taking them all over the country. And a citizen who is aspiring to be president cannot question that, cannot say, Alabane, tafiri winwef. You can't do that. So, abalele ngokwe wat nomba Zambia Air Force, even Zambia Air Kaloba, ZAC, from ZAF to ZAC, Air Kaloba, iba Lungu. It's not complicated that yo mkwaika tuishi fefire chitika. Balungu, tabale teka bwinu echalo yo, tefyo bateke echalo efi. Teku teko oku. Mairo tuwarera ndapari KCM. Same manners. Fimo fine. Mismanaging KCM, mismanaging nomba fya ipatuwana na muko chita mismanage. No kupepesha ama soja eba landira tiyo shite luxury jet. No, the Tukane at this luxury jet is way beyond our budget as a country. We can't afford to buy this 200 million jet. And it's fitted with modern military electronic equipment to ensure that our commander-in-chief is safe. Kui nga kaundo wale wonfye DC-10. During war, kaunda. When Zambia was at war, na babunu. Ale wonfye state DC-10 ale wonfye. Kaunda a dictator. Ale wonfye DC-10. Iyaba Zambia Airways. Ale chita charter. Of course, that's another story. But ale chita charter ndeke ngale ku America. Yabwere ndeke yakonkanya poko chita business. Why can't we do that now? Imo mwewa ko bat mwali chisako mumma governments mumwa umfwefi wa manone yaba that's the same mentality mufwa yoko chita carry over konse. You want the same mentality ya luxury, never caring about how people are living in Milenge. How many ambulances do those people have? How many ambulances do the people in Chwempala have? Nothing, not caring. Panado, is Panado there in Chwempala? Chwempala Clinic, Chawama Clinic, Epo iri Panado. How many Panados would 200 million buy to save the health and the integrity of our people? This luxury. This is not just an ordinary aircraft. This is a luxury jet. Luxury Gulf Stream jet. For millionaires. Galakutira ni ba millionaire balungu. Babule ko kanshi a part of the Presidential Empowerment Fund. Baishitire ndeke. Ebe bale bonfia. Tule ko kulaka nabo. Bafokotole po palupia ulo tuwa umfuati bali kwata bashitendeke yawe bale bonfye Nomba techitulande po yo, techitulande po atiyo mualufiani apa kulanda popadifi. It's a matter of national security. No. Ubungo is not a matter of national security. Congo Latwive is not a matter of national security. Turning the Zambia Airforce into the Zambia personal force to ferry your cadres is not a matter of national security. It's a political thing to which citizens are entitled to express opinions and say, no, you can't do that. Kaloba is a matter of national security. Because if you are Kaloba, it's a matter of national security. Najarafu okulanda koka saying kamomcha shinomba nshala ande pantu mwala nchita accuse fimo. Mwala nchita accuse fimo. So nshala ande. Anyway. Naleka. Any comments? My grandma don't know about the jet, so she will vote for PF. No, it's possible. Vote if you're yeah. They have built schools and clinics nearby. She no longer walked long distance, and you are here talking about the jet. At Inshfirokulanda Papa jet, ai. Eva Ernest Kadiminwa. At Pantu, Bambuya Wabo, Badi Bakudira clinic Mpepi. So Inshfirokulanda Padi jet. Kanshi ba Lungu, kuti bakonkani apo kukongola noku nina luxury jets. Ama none. Ati nilanda po iyo. ANST Kadiminwa. Ati you should read what Dixon Jerry has said. Dixon Jerry, alifwa. Wewo, liteta mwachi sompola. Alifwa ilio nine vachile refuel 3 times ukuya ku Brazil, nangu ku New York. Did they die? Ati the aircraft should be able to turn back. Turn back where? When visiting Malawi. Ama Malawans baka tuipa iragateka. Nangu bakongole. Bakasai. Baka tuipa iragateka kulubumbashi. So you should be able to turn back. And you should not be using commercial aircraft. If you have the money, if you have the money, go ahead and buy it. Number, if you are broke as a country, tamukwete olupia, nemiti shakubika muchipatara tamukwete, na maneses tamukwete shakubaforesha. Number, MPA shosha kushta a very luxurious, expensive jet. Jafuma Kaloba mwaya Kongola, yamoneka. Mulefu okwenda bwinoka, mulefu okwenda ng'abasungu, mulefu okupala Trump ati chira chine chideke Trump abomfye na imwecho mubomfye. So that is the thing. The Zambia Air Force should be assured that we are behind them and we support them. As for Lungu, if you take a Lungu, tefyo bateke chalo yo. No kubepe shama soja, tema soja eba dengere. Awe yo mkwai. Ama soja, balifye wino. Misango shaba Lungu. Ukutemwa manone. Ukutemwa amanone. Ukutemwa amanone. No kupata ama problems. Because walungu tabafwa ama problems balefwa ngabani nendeke very luxurious bare iposa fyenga bale no amenshi bale umfona buino napo amenshi ere pita bale umfuika efe balefwa tabale tonton kania national security implications of that 200 million debt. Okay, so also provide solutions, but I've provided solutions. The solution is okuleka okukongole mpia pakawati mushite luxury jet. If that's a solution, elonga na mushtakare kubweke shamu atale alabane twadibepero kwati tukalipira tatwa kwa tolu pia twadipia nempia sha oxygen tatwa kwata nangu panado tatwa kwata mwabweke shamu elo mwaiva masoja talabane nangu mule nsunga bwino konkania nipo kunsunga firafini munsunga chirifie yo boss kainge tulefuwa ya mule umfuwa manone atawe chirifie 17 million Zambians tabale umfuwa ya manone ngumfuwa efiteko omuntu takafye chilowe so mkwai natotera epo naperera papene. God bless you and God bless our country na yakonichito. Thank you.